Hey everyone, and welcome back. It's Julianne here for Honeybee Stamps, and today I'm going to be showing you how I created this military-inspired card using both of the new stamp sets that were just released in the Heroes mini release. For my card today, I am going to be using both the United We Stand as well as the My Heroes stamp set, and I do want to mention that both of these stamp sets do have coordinating dies. But for my card today, I'm just going to be using the dies that coordinate with the My Hero stamp set. So let's get started. And I'm just going to be starting out by stamping the American flag from the United We Stand stamp set onto some Nina Solar White cardstock. And I've just trimmed that slightly smaller than A2 size, so that way I can add a border later. And I'm just going to be stamping the stripes on the flag with some Rockin' Red ink. And once I have those stamped out, I'm going to be immediately adding some clear embossing powder because this ink does not stay wet for long. And I'm going to be heat embossing it with my heat tool. I do want to mention that before I started my stamping today, I did use my anti-static powder tool, so that way the embossing powder would only stick to the areas that I had stamped. Now when it does come to embossing, you definitely want to make sure that your heat tool is good and hot before bringing it to your cardstock. So what I like to do is I just have mine off to the side, heating up for about 20 to 30 seconds before bringing it to my paper. Once I have my stripes all embossed, I'm going to be putting my panel back into my MISTI and lining it up, and I'm going to be now stamping as well as clear heat embossing the stars. I myself am from a very big military family, so when I saw these two stamp sets, I knew I had to create a military-inspired card to pay tribute to all the wonderfully brave soldiers out there. And for that, I ended up stamping the dog tags from the My Hero stamp set onto some Express It blending cardstock using some Memento Tuxedo black ink, so that way I could do some Copic coloring today. I'm going to be starting out by coloring in the dog tags, and for that I'm going to be using some toner grays in the colors T3, T5, and T6, and I'm going to be starting with my lightest shade of T3, and then I'm going to be coming in to add my shadows with my medium shade of T5, and then deepening those shadows with my darkest shade of T6, before I work my way back down to my lightest. Next, I'm going to start coloring in the heart, and for that, I'm going to be using the colors R17, R46, and R89, and I'm going to be coloring them in the same way I did the dog tags, starting with my lightest color, working my way out to my darkest, and then back down to my lightest color. I do want to mention that the dog tags in the My Hero stamp set do not come with the heart in the center. I ended up using a heart image found in that same stamp set to stamp it in the center. Once I have all of my coloring done, I'm going to use the coordinating dies to die cut out my dog tags today, and then I'm going to move on to assembling my card. And for that, I'm going to be starting out by adhering my background panel to some red color cardstock using some foam adhesive. And since my panel was trimmed down slightly smaller than A2 size, I'm going to give that really nice border all the way around my card. And once I have that adhered, I'm then going to start adhering both my sentiment as well as the dog tags using some liquid adhesive. Originally, I was going to stamp my sentiment directly to my background, but as I just pointed out, I ended up messing up. So instead of starting over, I decided to white heat emboss my sentiment onto some black cardstock, and I'll just adhere that directly over my mistake, and it was like it was never there. Once I have both of those adhered, I'm then going to be scattering some of the Moon Dance confetti mix throughout my card, and that's going to complete my card for today. I want to thank you all for stopping by and spending some time with me. If you liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, as well as subscribe for even more card making ideas. All the supplies I used in my video today will be listed and linked down below in the description. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful day and happy crafting!